In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the electronic forms that are provided for you on the teacher support page in my Graceland. If you scroll down to the second step during the placement, this is where all the evaluation information is located, and here are the actual forms. Now, for all placements, no matter what subject area you are, you'll have an in-task evaluation and a disposition evaluation. And then you need to choose one of these for whatever subject area, for whatever classroom you have. Either elementary, PE, English, whatever you teach, you'll choose one of these. Now, each of the forms are provided in both Word and PDF format. The purpose of this is so that no matter what computer you have, no matter what software you have installed, you should be able to use these forms. If you prefer to use an electronic form to fill it out on your computer and send it to us electronically at the end, then you would want the Word version. And you need to be, of course, be sure to have Microsoft Word installed on your computer to be able to do this. If you prefer to print the form to complete by hand and mail back to us, you would want the PDF version. So there's many different web browsers, and they all handle downloads a little bit differently. I use Google Chrome and Internet Explorer most of the time, so that's what I'm going to demonstrate in this video. So let's see how Google Chrome would download a file. If I click on the link, you can see the big blue arrow came down to indicate that this download bar opened up. So I can just click the file to open it. And it opened right up in Microsoft Word. Now, before you save it, you want to be sure it's going to be saved in a location that you can find it later. So I'm going to say File, Save As. And you can see that it normally, it would have gone directly into the Downloads folder, which is not very convenient, but that's where Google Chrome saves their files by default, in the Downloads. I would rather this file go in my Documents folder. So I'm going to choose my Documents. You could put it anywhere else that you want, but I'm just going to choose that. And you can change the name of the file. Be sure you leave the dot extension at the end because you want it to be saved as a Word document. So I'm just going to call this, this is my student, Joe Blow, and this is his in-task eval. Okay, and then save. And I've saved it before, so I'm just going to say replace existing file. And this is just telling me that I'm saving it in the new format. Okay. All right. Let's cancel that. Okay. So now we have the form open. And the form is locked. You can't make changes to it, but you can fill out the form electronically. So wherever we want you to put text, you'll see a text area. So here's where you just click in the text area, and then you can tab, go to the next tab area, and you know, you can put a check mark wherever there's boxes at. And you can see here an explanation of how you will evaluate the student. Here are the in-task standards. They're grouped into these 4 areas. And for each standard, there are 4 performance indicators underneath that. So first of all, you want to look at the performance indicators and put a check if something was demonstrated. And then you're going to count those, and that will determine what rating that student gets for that standard. So for proficient, all 4 must contain an X, basic is 3, and so forth. So here's where we start the form. Here's, you can see, is in task 1. Here's where you're going to add your rating. The first observation is going to be a reliability check with your supervisor. So it's preferred that the 2 of you evaluate the student together on the same day, the same observation visit, and then compare your observations. Compare the forms with each other and that assures us that our assessment tools are valid and reliable. So just put a check in that box when you've done that, and go ahead and put the date of your evaluation. Okay, and here are the 4 performance indicators underneath in task 1. So you can just decide, yes, the student demonstrated that one, and that one, and that one. So now, if we count, there are 3, so that was basic. So for this standard, for this observation, the student receives a basic. Also, if you have selected one of these that the student did demonstrate that, we'd like to see what evidence did you see that made you come to that decision. So, and this could be just simply observation, conferencing, lesson plans, whatever it was. Just write down a few words to explain what it was that you observed. Okay, so that's basically the form. You just go through the 10 in-task standards, and that's how that works. So let's click Save. Okay, let's see how Internet Explorer is going to handle a download. If I click the link, it opens a little differently. You get this message at the bottom that says, do you want to open or save? So you could do either. I'm going to say open. And it opens right up in Microsoft Word. And usually this comes up, this protected view. So you want to say enable editing at the top. Okay, and now if we go to File, Save As, we can see that Internet Explorer usually saves files right in your documents library. So again, if that's where you want it to go, great. If not, then choose another location. Okay, so you would just fill out the form the same way. So let's see how you're going to send that electronic form back to us. Now, in any sort of mail program or web mail, you should have an attach option. So you're going to click attach. I know this file is on my computer. I know it's in my desktop or in my documents. So here it is. And I'm going to open. I want to send that as an attachment. And here it is attached. So this email is going to go to fieldoffice@graceland.edu. Okay, and this is Joe Blow's evaluations. So if you had other evaluations that you needed to send at the same time, then you would just continue to attach your documents and then send that to us. So that's basically how you use the electronic forms.